Hello, today we are going to talk about Lithium and Oil Wars by Bernardo Santaella and me, Jonathan Riedberg. So, uh, we're going to talk about the natural resources, specifically lithium and oil, because they are shaping global power and geopolitics. So, let's begin. For many years, oil was the most important resource in the world. It powered transportation industries and entire economies. Countries that controlled oil and had a major advantage globally. But today, the situation is changing. As the world moves toward cleaner energy and more advanced technology, lithium has become extremely important. This is because lithium is used in batteries for electric cars, smartphones, and renewable energy systems. So now, global competition is not only about oil, but also about lithium. This shows that energy today is not just about fuel, it's about control and influence and the future of technology. Now, why lithium is strategic? So, lithium is considered a strategic resource because it is essential for lithium ion batteries. These batteries are used in electric vehicles, which are growing rapidly around the world. For example, companies like Tesla depend on lithium to produce their cars. Lithium is also key for storing renewable energy like solar and wind power. Without batteries, this type of energy cannot be used efficiently. So lithium is not just a mineral, it's a key element in the transition to a cleaner and more technological world. So now let's talk about the extraction zones. Here I decided to put four different flags, which are three in linear line, which are Argentina, Chile, and Bolivia. And I put apart Australia because Australia is the number one country that distributes lithium in the world. So, yeah, the lithium triangle is the Chile, Argentina, and Bolivia. That's why I put them together. And this region contains a large percentage of world lithium reserves. And okay, now let's talk about processing and trade. Extracting lithium is only the first step. Lithium must be refined before it can be used in batteries. This is where China plays a very important role. China dominates the processing stage and controls a large part of the global lithium supply chain. After being processed, lithium is exported to major markets, such as the United States and the European Union. This creates dependency because many countries rely on China not for mining, but for refining lithium. And now let's talk about the key actors. There are three main involved in lithium geopolitics. The first one, states such as China, United States, and Chile, which create policies and compete for influence. Second, corporations like Albemarle Corporation and SQM, which are responsible for extracting and producing lithium. And third, alliances such as the European Union, which are trying to secure independent supply chains. All these actors interact in a mix of cooperation and competition. A very important recent example is Bolivia. Bolivia has one of the largest lithium reserves in the world, especially in the Uyuni Salt Flats. Instead of working mainly with Western companies, Bolivia has chosen to partner with Chinese and Russian firms. This decision shifted influence toward China and reduced the role of Western countries in the region. This case shows how lithium can directly affect alliances and global power dynamics. Now, my partner will talk about oil versus lithium.
Oil versus lithium. For decades, oil dominated global politics. Organizations like OPEC controlled supply and influenced global prices. Now, lithium is starting to play a similar role, but in a different way. Oil is mainly about energy consumption, while lithium is about energy storage technology. So we can say oil defined power in the 20th century, lithium is shaping power in the 21st century. The competition is no longer only about territory, but about supply chains and technological control. So, what about future scenarios? Looking to the future, there are two possible scenarios. In an optimistic scenario, countries cooperate to build stable and sustainable supply chains. They share technology and work together to support clean energy. In a conflict scenario, countries compete aggressively for lithium. They may restrict exports from exclusive alliances and increase global tensions. To conclude, one of the most important ideas we can take from this topic is that energy resources have always been directly connected to global power. During the 20th century, oil was the main factor that shaped international relations, economic growth, and even conflict. Countries that control oil had the ability to influence global markets and political decisions. However, today we are clearly seeing a transition. Lithium is becoming a strategic resource because it is essential for batteries, electric vehicles, and renewable energy storage. This makes it a key element in the shift towards a more technological and sustainable world. At the same time, control is no longer only about having the resource in your territory. What really matters now is who controls the supply chains, the processing, and the technology. Behind it, this is where countries like China have gained a major advantage. As a result, global competition is evolving. Nations are not only competing for resources, but also forming alliances and strategic partnerships to secure long term access and influence. In this context, lithium is not only just an economic resource, it is a geopolitical tool. So, as a conclusion, the shift from oil to lithium is not just an energy transition, but a transformation in how global power is structured. And the countries that understand how control this transition will be the ones shaping the future on the international system. Thank you very much for listening. That's the end.